Question, will aborted and miscarried babies go to heaven? Well, that is a tough question because it's just such a tragedy that we lose so many young ones before they have a chance to start their life. And some of that is done intentionally. It's just the murdering of a human life, and some are just lost tragically, stillborn or some medical condition or something. And those things happen. And, of course, one is preventable, certainly, and I think every abortion breaks the heart of God. But to answer the question directly, I believe yes. I do believe aborted and miscarried babies go to heaven. And the viewer, I don't know if they meant to, but they understand intuitively what Scripture tells us is that regardless of the stage of development in the womb, that God considers every unborn baby a human being with life and a soul and all of that. Now, if you're looking for a scripture, a verse that I can point to just basically that says that answer, I can't. What I'm going to give you are some principles that we know. The Scripture tells us that God is love, first and foremost. Secondly, the Bible tells us that God protects and watches over the innocent, and He looks after the orphans and the widows and those who don't have someone to speak up for them, and certainly unborn babies fall into that category. And then we know that God knows the unborn. Several places in Scripture, God knows their name. God was there intimately, not only with their creation, but with ours. His eyes saw our unformed bodies, that when we were being formed in the secret place, the Bible tells us. So unborn babies are, yes, very much still creatures of God, and because they die innocent, confident that they are still in God's saving grace. I know some people believe that babies are born sinful, and that's a whole other doctrinal question, but suffice it to say, I believe those young children are perfectly innocent and in God's full atoning grace. So, you can trust in the case of abortion, when the innocent are murdered, that God is going to take them in His arms and love them where they can never be hurt or harmed again. And a miscarriage in the same way. You can trust if you're going through that tragedy as a young family or a young mom. I know there's nothing more heartbreaking, but you can know that your little one is in God's care and fully taken care of and not ever going to suffer again in any way. Let's look at Psalm 139, verses 13 and 14 together. For you, speaking here of God, created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. So I believe, yes, those babies, those little ones are safe, and they are in God's arms.
All right.